Hey, this is Steampunk Star Isn't of AberStreet.com. This is your 2024 Progressive Voting Guide. I got my ballot. I'm going to be dropping it off at the Dropbox today. But this is a lot of these only apply if you live in the city of Los Angeles or in Los Angeles County. Some of these apply for general election, but for city local, I'm voting for Adrian Nazarian. And then for Los Angeles Community College District, member of the Board of Trustees, seat 1, I'm voting for Peter V. Mangera. Because it says he's a teacher. We need more teachers who we need more teachers in key positions, I think. So that's why I selected that one. I like how it has a description of the person's profession. Los Angeles Community College District, member of the Board of Trustees, seat 3. I voted for Nancy Perlman. I like that she was an anthropologist. That seemed intriguing to me. We need more intellectuals in politics. Los Angeles Community College District, member of the Board of Trustees, seat 5. I voted for uh, Elenas, medical healthcare recruiter, Los Angeles Community College District, um, Los Angeles Community College District, member of the Board of Trustees, seat 7. I voted for Robert Payne, I guess because it says he's a writer, researcher, videographer. I could relate to that. State Senator, 27th District. Um, I voted for um, Henry Stern because he is a Democrat, and I vote blue all the way. Where it says Democrat, vote Democrat. Anyway, especially if you believe in civil rights. But member of the State Assembly, 44th District, I voted for Nick Schwartz, a Democrat over the Republican. Now I'm on page 2. City Local, United States Representative, 29th District. I voted for Luz Maria Rivas, Democrat over the Republican. Los Angeles City General Municipal Election Measure DD. I voted yes because that provides independent redistricting commission for the city of Los Angeles. And then you have Measure HH, Los Angeles City General Municipal Election Measure HH. I voted yes. City governance appointments and elections charter amendment. Uh, it will require commission appointees to provide financial disclosures before they can be confirmed. I agree with that. And then I'm also on Los Angeles City General Municipal Election Measure 2. I voted yes. Um, to clarify that departments may sell merchandise to support city operations. I have no problem with that. Uh, you have Measure ER, Los Angeles General City Municipal Election Measure ER. I voted yes because that will establish a minimum annual budget for the City Ethics Commission, increase the commission's authority over spending decisions and hiring matters. That sounds good to me. And then they have Measure FF. I voted yes. Uh, Mainly because it says here Mayor Karen Bass supports it, but it will allow Peace officers employed by the police, airport, harbor, and recreation and parks departments to transfer membership and service from the Los Angeles City Employees Retirement System to the Los Angeles Fire and Police Pension. That it just sounds like a good idea to have it partitioned out like that. But and then you have a city local measure LL. I voted yes. Independent Redistricting Commission for Los Angeles Unified School District. And then you have Measure US Los Angeles Unified School District election. I voted for yes on that because that ensures city or bonds to basically increases funding for schools, which I'm all for. And then district attorney, I voted for George Gayson. Probably butchering that name. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. And then judge of the Superior Court, office number 39. I voted for George A. Turner Jr. And then I guess because he's public defender, maybe would be a little bit more sympathetic. And then judge of the Superior Court, I voted for Erica J. Willie, deputy public defender. Judge of the Superior Court, I voted for Lushay Henderson. She's currently a deputy public defender. I love how it puts the profession on there, because it makes the person a little bit more relatable. Judge of the Superior Court, office number 135. Oh, the other two were offices. The other ones were office 39, 48, and 97. This is Judge of the Superior Court, office number 135. George Herta is who I voted for. Judge of the Superior Court, office 137. Luz E. Herrera, or I got it off a progressive checklist. I'm not very familiar with some of these judges, so but on the county measures, I read into great detail and did some research on them. So county measure G, I voted yes. Shall the measure will amend the Los Angeles County Charter to create an elected county executive and create an independent ethics commission to increase restrictions on lobbying and investigate misconduct. I love how Los Angeles firefighters and sheriffs were opposed to more oversight, but I think they should have more oversight. And then on state measure 6, I voted yes. That eliminates the constitutional provision. This is very important. Eliminates the constitutional provision allowing involuntary servitude for incarcerated persons. Legislative constitutional amendment. Because California has been notorious for abusing people to fight fires and abusing and keeping people incarcerated longer just so that they can get free slave labor, which I'm morally against that. State Measure 32, I voted yes. This is an important one as well, guys. Measure 6 and Measure 32 are probably two of the most important measures on this ballot. Measure 32 is increase the minimum wage to $18 an hour. It should be $50 an hour because if you calculate the average cost of rent in Southern California back in 1968 against what was the minimum wage at $1.25 an hour, and you could rent a house for $80 a month, so you only needed to work 69 hours a week to be able to afford that. then you would need to make about $50 a day to make the equivalent amount of rent. And so wages have not kept up with inflation, so wages need to be increased more. State Measure 33 expands local government's authority to enact rent control on residential property. I love how the California Chamber of Commerce is against it. California Chamber of Commerce is a right-wing hack of an organization. Like all branches of the California Chamber of Commerce, they're anti-labor, they're anti-rent control. Basically, they just want, when they want to turn everything into California Chamber of Commerce, they want to turn everything into corporate feudalism. Anyway, and then Measure 34 restricts spending of drug prescription revenues by certain healthcare providers. I agree with that because healthcare expenses is out of control. So vote yes on 34. State Measure 35 provides permanent funding for Medi-Cal card or Medi-Cal healthcare services, and initiative statute. Yeah, and I voted yes on that because I use Medi-Cal. If it wasn't for Medi-Cal, I wouldn't be able to afford healthcare. State Measure 36 allows felony charges and increased sentences for certain drug and theft crimes, initiative statute. I voted no because we incarcerate way too many people. Did you know that we incarcerate more people than Russia? What does that say about the United States? So, and there was some other measures that I forgot. County Measure A, I voted no. That's the increased funding for homelessness. I'm not opposed to increasing funding for homelessness, but it shouldn't be a half-cent tax. It should, the measure should be tied to property tax, in my opinion. Let all these rich equity firms that are driving the price up of housing and leading to increased homelessness pay for the homeless problem that they've created. State Measure 2 authorizes bonds for public school and community college facilities. I voted yes on that because I'm all for increasing funding to school districts and schools in general and education in general. We don't really fund education properly enough in this country. Measure 3, constitutional right to marriage, regardless of sex or race. I'm totally for that. State Measure 4 allows for bonds for safe drinking water. I'm for that. Anything that allows for safe drinking water, increased infrastructure, I'm for. State Measure 5 allows for bonds for affordable housing and public infrastructure. I voted yes on that. So, getting back to the last page, I got a little bit out of order with the way I sorted it. For president, I voted for Kamala Harris. She's not perfect, but she's a hell of a lot better than Donald Trump, I will tell you that. Donald Trump tried to coup last time, and he's a direct threat to democracy. He doesn't respect the will of the voter. He's just all around bad. There's many things that I have grievances with Kamala Harris, like her stance on Gaza, the fact that she is politically a moderate and she's kind of a corporate Democrat, but a hell of a lot better than Trump. Vote blue all the way, people, and that goes all the way from the bottom to the top. And then United States Senator, I voted for Adam Schiff because he's running against a Republican, and like I said, I'm sticking to voting blue all the way. So the interesting thing about United States Senator, there's a short term, I guess, and then there's a long term. And so I voted for Adam Schiff for both short term and long term. So there you go. I know it's probably not perfect. That's your That's my progressive guide to voting in Southern California, Los Angeles County. There you go, guys. I'm going to go pack this up and then I'm going to drop it off in the mailbox or Dropbox. But this is Steampunk Star Raising. You have a nice day, and I will see you 25 billion years.